Hello, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, A Whiff and a Prayer. My name is Sheridan. I'm looking like a bit of a wreck today, but that's okay. I've made a promise to myself with my new channel that I'm going to just attempt to make a video as often as I can. Doesn't matter what I look like. I've been cleaning all day and was going to get some gardening done, and I didn't even have time to do that. But I wanted to talk about the perfumes that I brought this year to Mexico on a recent vacation that my husband and I took in April. And I'm just getting to this now. I typically bring the same fragrances with us when we go. We usually go to Mexico twice a year. And for years and years and years, I have stuck with a old Cotty Desperate Housewives, which is a fruity floral that just blooms and smells so good in the sun and the heat. A lot of people have probably forgotten about it or not even heard about it. But I love it. I've always loved it. And I typically bring that and or Red Pearl by Red Pearl. And that is an oriental vanilla that has fruity undertones. And I love that one as well. So that's what I usually do. But this year, I really was striving to mix things up a little bit, not be boring. So I'm going to get right into what I brought, what I liked, what I didn't, and hopefully that can help you pick out some perfumes that you might want to explore and take with you on your holiday or vacation this year. So the first one I was going to talk about is my Valentino Born in Roma, and it is a small eau de parfum that I have. And I'm going to check my notes really quick. It's oriental, and the top notes are blackcurrant, pink pepper, bergamot, jasmine, jasmine sambac, jasmine tea, and then there's some base notes of guaiac wood, vanilla, and some cashmere. And I think I used almost all of this, and I used it at night mostly, sometimes a little bit during the day. I like the bottle. It has kind of a rubber coating on it and just kind of this funky textural design on the outside. So that's sort of fun. This perfume it's fine. It's very reminiscent and similar to Prada Paradox to me. I don't think it's groundbreaking. It's pretty. You're going to smell good. It was a little overwhelming in the heat to me. The florals, the jasmine, it smelled good, but it was a little bit overwhelming. So that was one that I brought. The second, I think a lot of people may not have ever heard of, and it is one of my all-time favorite oils, and it's by a company out of Hawaii. They're called Wags Market, and I found this on Amazon years ago. This is probably my third or fourth bottle. It's leaking. I've kept it in this plastic bag, and it's leaking a little bit, but you can see I'm almost through this one too. So this is their proprietary blend of it's Caribbean musk, and they make an Egyptian musk, which is just a little bit too floral and strong for me. But when I ordered this one, I just fell in love. It has tropical notes added to it of some fruit. It smells like mango and possibly coconut are in there to me. You just need a little bit of this. I put it on my arms and usually behind my ears, maybe on my lower back, and you are going to smell amazing and leave this trail wandering behind you. And you will have people asking, what is that smell? What are you wearing? I have so many people come up and ask me what I have on when I wear this oil. It is fantastic. So I've looked it up online and they don't really say too much about what else is in their Caribbean musk blend, but the original Egyptian musk that they do, their formula involves patchouli essential oil, rose petal essential oil, cedarwood essential oil, myrrh, frankincense, white musk oil, amber oil, and a sweet almond oil. It is beautiful. I hope that you try it. It's very, very inexpensive. I believe that it can be found on Amazon for about $13. And I just checked. It looks like they are out of stock at the moment on Amazon, but you may be able to find it with other distributors or locations online. So I hope that you'll consider that one. It is just a very, very cool oil, and you will smell very unique. I'm going to put it in the bag real quick. It's probably leaking because I didn't have the top on tight enough. It's actually a very, very nice and heavy bottle. So the other thing that I took is some Hempz lotion, and this is just a little trial container. It is their triple moisture lotion, which it has shea butter, yangu oil, hemp seed oil, and apple fruit extract. And I liked to use this when I got out of the shower. It was very, it was really nice. It was moisturizing. I feel like I didn't want to wear this with any of my other fragrances, or there was this kind of funky apple note that came out from it, and it didn't mix well with a lot of the fragrances that I had. So I wouldn't recommend necessarily layering with this, but it is a nice little travel lotion to take with you if you really need some good moisture. And I have pretty dry skin on my legs, just that good old menopause. But we were in a really, really humid climate, so I didn't use too much of it on my arms or anywhere else. So the next one was I didn't bring this whole bottle. It's JPG, Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's the Divine, the one that came out in 2023. And I actually got this in Mexico at the duty free. It's a, it's a, it's a bottle. It reminds me of Madonna and her bra back in the good old 80s. And I just decanted it into one of my travel containers that I like to take. If you've never used one of these, it's so simple. You just unscrew it. There's a funnel that you use, and you decant your fragrance into the bottle, slips right down, and turns down when you're not using it. Then there's this little pump on here, and when you're ready, it sprays. And these are fantastic. I highly recommend that you get some for travel. So I more or less wanted this fragrance because I collect his fragrances, or I collect a lot of them. I don't have them all, but I like them and I like the bottles. This one has a cologne note to it, which kind of smells like watermelon. It's always a little bit salty to me. It is very reminiscent of Calvin Klein's older release of Reveal, that perfume, if you're familiar with that. And I like it, but I don't. There's just something about this that never really smells very good on my skin to me. And I'm not quite sure what it is. I can never really pinpoint it. It has meringue, musk, and patchouli as the base notes, lily, ylang ylang, and jasmine in the middle, and then the calypsone and bergamot and red berries are the top. I don't always love red berries on my skin. It can smell a bit sour to me. It's a tart note that doesn't always go great with my skin, so maybe that's it. But I wore this during the day, and it kind of smelled good around the salty air. It just sort of blended in. It was fresh smelling and inoffensive. I didn't get any sun rash or heat rash from wearing it. When I am in the sun, I often don't put perfume directly on my skin. I will spray it on my clothing, my swimsuit, my sarong, my beach bag, that sort of thing. And although I have tested that many times on my skin, so I do know what it smells like, I don't like to have it on in the sun. I'm just a little hypersensitive to um, photosensitivity, and I don't want any more brown spots if I can prevent that. So that was the next one. That was the JPG. The next one is This was very special. This is from the brand Arquiste, and they do the Vacation Chardonnay sunscreen oil. What else? I have some of their other scents, their regular one. This was sent to me NPR from the company. I used so much of this in 14 short days while we were gone. It is beautiful. This is another one of their products I enjoy. I have a lot of their different sunscreens and things. This is their orange chile, which I think I don't use this anymore for sunscreen or tanning, but it has a beautiful scent of something spicy. I think it's cardamom or something warm in it that layers really, really well with this. So if you put this down first, it's going to make this last. It's going to boost it, and they smell great together. So I wanted to mention that. This is interesting. It was released in 2025, just this year. The top notes are vanilla bean, champagne cork, peach, and eau de vie, which is like a fruit brandy. They can be different kinds and different flavors, and they can smell different. This one I smell peach in, so maybe like a peach brandy, a peach liqueur. It has argan, and it is a really strong skin scent, according to some people. There's amber, cognac, and cedarwood in the base. And this is a luxury fragrance. They're calling it inspired by the essence of Chardonnay and maritime leisure. And it blends warm amber and woody accords with fruity oceanic elements, evoking imagery of teakwood yachts at sunset. And I couldn't agree more. This smells like being on a boat. It reminds me of our kids when we were out on the water. We live near salt water, and there's a salty note, a salty element. It smells like that beautiful salty skin of children when they've been playing in the sun all day. But this is not all that, because this is just a sexiness to it that turns really, really warm, and it's beautiful. I received so many compliments when I would wear this to dinner pretty much every night. And I would also spray a little bit on my hands and run it through my hair. The bottle's really nice. It's a heavy cap and it's a pretty color. There's something that my mother wore back in, I believe, the 1980s that smelled similar to me, at least on her. And so it reminds me of her, and it just always warms my heart every time I pull that out. So it's a complex scent. There's this sensuality element to it, and then there's this childlike scent that comes out too. Excuse me, my phone was ringing. It's beautiful scent. I believe the scent that she had was called Raffiné. And the next one, Lily of the Beach by Clinique. This has been out for a while, since 2018. And this is bottled sunshine. It's just very, very carefree smelling, and it is perfect for a summer day. I used this much of that in 2 weeks, and I tried it during the day. I did try to wear this one on my skin when we were going to be inside and doing different activities like sightseeing and stuff like that, where I knew the sun wasn't going to bother it. So I really got a good feel for it. It's a solar fragrance. It has frangipani and lily, which I don't always like, but this is a solar lily and I do like it. It's kind of like orchid smelling to me, and it has a hint of coconut. It is considered to be a floriental woody scent, and you can wear it alone, or the company Clinique suggests even layering it. This has been compared to Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. I don't really think it smells like that personally. I have a few others that I do think that it smells more like. One of those is The Issey Miyake, the shade of Sunrise, that would be something that this is really similar to. If you like that, you would probably like this. And maybe Rio Radiance by Sol de Janeiro, and I've gone through a small travel bottle of that as well. It's pretty strong. You need to like some good white florals, and particularly some white florals that are tropical, I would say. The next one was the Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and I am not a huge fan of this. I don't dislike it. This was, everyone knows, it's like from 2001. Lemon, apple, cedar, bamboo, jasmine, white rose, musk, and amber. And this is very refreshing. This was brand new. I have more of it. I just wanted the little travel bottle, and that's how much I used. Not much. There is a little designer imposter spray about this tall that you can get at Walmart for less than $3 called Capri Breeze. And I always grab one of those and throw it in my bag to take. It's good for having in the hotel room. It just smells lemony and fresh, and I'll spray that occasionally. And then I'll bring a couple, and then I like to leave a few for our house cleaners and stuff like that, just as little gifts. It smells good, and I think that it's similar enough that if you want this smell, I don't think that you need to spend this much. It's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people love it, and I like it on other people. I just don't really love it on myself. And the last oil that I brought along with me is it's the Nuxe wheel, the Prodigieuse. I'm not sure. I never pronounced this right, and I went through about that much of that in the 2 weeks. And this was really nice to have for legs, feet, after bath. It does boost your fragrance. There's not a lot of smell to it. It has a little bit of a tropical smell. I really enjoyed it. So those are my recommendations. I loved most of them, and I hope that that helps someone figure out what you might want to bring on your next holiday. I wanted to say thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I wish you all the best and blessings on the rest of your week, and I'm praying for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.